Hello, everyone. I am Ray,
Here's Zell.
Present, Diana.
and this is Talking
Talking.
Great
Great
Books,
books.
an
An
unofficial
unofficial
podcast for book lovers and critics. And in this episode, you're going to talk about sensitive topics such as rape, in which we know can be distressing. That's why viewer discretion is advised.
I'm 23 now, so 개기
Welcome, everyone. Today is another episode of our newest segment, Kite Runner,
Kite
Kite
Runner,
Runner,
a
a
book
book
a book
review
review
series.
series.
Yes.
So, before we start, let's have a quick recap on our previous episodes first. Okay, so episodes prior to this, we talk about an annual event or celebration that involves kites.
Amir is the kite flyer while Hassan is the kite runner. Amir won the competition and Hassan chased the kite to bring it back to Amir.
However, Hassan was lost for a long time, which is suspicious for Amir as Hassan was identified as the best kite runner.
Amir searched for Hassan, even asking people whether they saw him.
Until one told him Hassan was being chased by a group of boys while holding the kite.
Amir found himself walking by an alley where he heard the voices of Hassan and the bullies.
Asif, the bully, and the leader seemed to be cornering Hassan.
And there, Amir saw Hassan being raped in the alley, only watched his best friend helpless.
And it was fear that made him silent. And there we end with our previous episode. Today we're going to talk about chapter 8 of the book.
Will Amir do something about what he just saw?
Or is he going to act as if nothing happened?
How about Hassan? After what happened, what will he do? We hope all questions in our minds will be answered in this chapter. Or will it not? Let's see.
The chapter started with Amir being asked about the whereabouts of Hassan, what had happened after the tournament incident where he allegedly got lost chasing the kite, and Ali wanting to know if something happened to him as he noticed Hassan not being his usual self. Amir, being sarcastic, he avoided the question and just answered that maybe Hassan is sick and how would he know if something's wrong with him?
That same night, Amir asked his father Baba whether they could go to Halalabad in hopes of bonding with his father. Little did he know, his father invited the relatives to come along with them. The whole ride, his father did not do anything but brag about his son winning the kite tournament. The father and son bond that he was expecting vanished into thin air.
With that, Amir was once again reminded of what happened. In Halalabad, they had the traditional dinner. Midnight came and Amir, for some reason, can't find the urge to sleep. And so he bursted out to no one with his exact words, I watched Hassan got raped. That same night, he also became insomniac.
The rest of that winter 1975, Hassan kept on trying to rekindle things with Amir as they were before, even kept on trying to talk to Amir, and Amir continuously pushed him away. Having the thought of not crossing paths with Hassan, Amir had a conversation with his father, asking if the time would come that they would change servants pertaining to Ali and Hassan. His father was shocked and angry as he couldn't possibly think where Amir got that idea. Baba treated Ali like his brother, even so, treating them as family.
One day in summer, Amir suddenly asked Hassan to come with him to the hill to read Hassan a new story. With that, Hassan got delighted and hurriedly came along with him. They sat against a wall under the shade of pomegranate tree. However, instead of Amir reading a story for Hassan, he instead picked up a fallen pomegranate and all of a sudden asked Hassan what he would do if he would throw those pomegranates at him.
Hassan did not say anything as Amir started to actually continuously throw the pomegranate at him. Hassan just stood there, crying and in pain. Despite feeling hurt and looking almost bloody because of the pomegranate, he just stood there, receiving the throws. Amir even told Hassan to throw back at him, but Hassan wouldn't, shouting words like, "Hit me back! God damn you! You are a coward! Nothing but a goddamn coward!" Wishing Hassan would fight back. If only he will, then maybe that would be Amir's punishment and he can finally sleep at night.
After that, Amir was exhausted and frustrated while Hassan went to him and finally picked up a pomegranate, cracked it open, and spread it all over himself. Hassan asked Amir if he was satisfied and if he felt better, then went away. Amir cried and cried because of that.
Amir then turned 13 and, as every parent would do, his father Baba threw a grand party for him, supposedly feeling happy because it was his birthday. Amir felt the opposite. He felt different. One point in that party, Asif went to him, greeted him, and gave him a gift. Amir then felt terrible and was awfully reminded of what Asif did to Hassan.
Hmm. Seeing Asif bonding easily with his Baba, he felt anger and fear as he saw how powerful Asif was. Amir walked away and found himself hiding in a small space where he was once again reminded of that alley where Hassan got molested. Thinking Rahim Khan, his father figure and Baba's best friend, he was there to comfort Amir, talking to him and giving him the gift that he only enjoyed that night.
As they went back to the party, fireworks erupted, and in that very moment, Amir felt happy until one moment. In the lights emitted by the fireworks, Amir saw Hassan serving Asif and his friends some drinks while seemingly harassing Hassan by kneeing him in the chest. Amir thanked the darkness that followed after seeing that moment.
And we have come to the end of the chapter. Guys, are we still good?
No.
No. This chapter is really heavy for us and the readers. So I don't really know what to feel.
Me too.
Yes, same here. I am not good, to be honest. And I am very nervous about what is going to be happening in the next chapters. I was already devastated in just the first 100 pages of the story. How are you, Ray?
No, I'm not good. What same? I don't know what to feel. I just know my heart's aching for what's happening. But as per usual, after telling the summary of each chapter, well, in this case, chapter 8, we would tell our takeaways and thoughts about it. So, Diana, you go first.
So we witness the profound transformation in the relationship, forever shaped by the events that unfolded in a dark and fateful alley. It is evident that Amir is overwhelmed by his guilt as he reflects on his own weaknesses and failure to come to his loyal friend's aid. It's a poignant reminder of how life's defining moments can alter the course of our friendships. Amir finds himself lost and unable to find a way to atone for his betrayal. The only solution he can think of is to distance himself from Hassan, hoping that by avoiding him, he can suppress the painful memories of what occurred in the alley. Yet, the more he distances himself, the more he realizes that the scars of betrayal runs deep, and simply walking away won't heal.
And that is true, Diana. Na this chapter of The Kite Runner presents another perspective of a traumatizing experience, which gives us an insight on how it feels and how one copes with the trauma. And fear, a very strong emotion as I can see in this chapter, can cause so much that it can result in bad things. Now we can perceive how Amir was dominated by fear and guilt as well. We all know that rape is a sensitive topic, and I was actually so sad about how it happened in the story. It was very heartbreaking, let alone that it happened to a minor, to a child. It is so sad and it makes me so angry. Though I truly look forward to what will be happening next in the story. Because this is beautiful. It is a modern classic and this chapter feels so realistic. This gives life itself. It represents life in many ways and it shows us how a child feels about this kind of things that in the first place they shouldn't have experienced or felt at all.
Yes.
This is simply heartbreaking, and I am so, so, so sorry for both Amir and Hassan.
Right? I was so devastated as well. Oh my god, let alone knowing that they're a minor, a child, who's supposedly just enjoying their youth and all, but then again, this happened to them. Well, in a society that we live in right now, let's be real, or let's be honest, rape only exists in women. At least what we ought to know and what to believe. However, that's not how it goes in this chapter, or in the whole book, let's just say. It's not only the struggles of the person being raped was talked about in this chapter, but also the one who witnessed the rape, most especially to a kid. Just like what Cell said, right? It introduced us to yet another side to understand, despite the feeling of anger running through us readers because of Amir. But it was Amir's fears that stopped him from talking. That
Yes.
fear can really consume us. And the guilt of the feeling of fear adds up to it. I love how I'm holding an ointment right because I'm so stressed. But
Oh my
anyway,
god.
but anyway, I was really disheartened reading the chapter, making me think, what if I was the one who witnessed something awful? Would I scream? Would I make a scene? Or will I not? Knowing that the person who does that awful thing is a powerful person, even though the person being treated awfully is close to me. Really, really close, right? The chapter crushed me, broke my heart. Oh my god. Even overthinking what would happen if Hassan knew that Amir was there but did nothing. Even so, knowing that he kept his silence all this time. I don't know. Let's see in the next chapters. That's why stay tuned, you guys, on our next episode where we talked about the next chapters of the book. Can we still? Zen, Diana.
Yes, of
Yes, of course.
course.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, uh, I know it ended up a little, or maybe not, sad with this chapter, but I hope things would end great with Hassan and Amir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wish for that as well. But right now, we have to bid goodbye to our listeners. So, this has been Diana.
This has Zell.
This has been Ray, and this is Talking
Talking.
Okay.
Great
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 Books.
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 Let's catch
Yes.
up again in our next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ah.